What degree of social jet lag do you tolerate? With, again, just for folks listening, social jet lag meaning the experience of changing your sleep time during weekends, which could be akin to jet lag if it differs by, hours. In an ideal world, there would be zero, right? In an ideal world, I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning every single day of the week. For an individual who says, oh, but God, on the weekends, it's just so nice to not have to get up at 7, do you say, look, give yourself a 30-minute grace and that would still be considered perfectly healthy?
Great question. So during treatment, I tell people you need to wake up at the same time every day that ends in DAY. So that means Monday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, right. So
that's all of them.
That's during treatment.
I had to check.
Yeah, good. There is no room for negotiation during treatment. We're in the dictatorship, right? But what I do teach people at the end of treatment is how to cope with the fact that life is going to happen when treatment ends. It happens during treatment, but there's a lot that pauses during treatment, to be honest. But let's say that you've got a major event on a Friday night. You're going to a concert.
Yes.
And you're going to be out way later than usual. And what I tell people is, look, you need to pick which day of that weekend do you want to suffer and which day do you want to feel good? Because we can sleep in one day. You cannot sleep in 2 days in a row. That's going to take you off the wagon. We're not doing it. So let's say Friday night you go to a concert and you want to feel good on Saturday. Cool. Sleep in on Saturday. Sleep in by an hour on Saturday. Okay, fine. Go to bed on Saturday night when you get tired. Spoiler alert, you're probably going to get tired past your usual bedtime because you slept in. But then Sunday, you have to wake up at your wake time, and Sunday, you're going to suffer. But let's say you want to feel good Sunday. That means on Saturday, you're going to wake up at your usual time. Saturday is going to be a struggle bus, but you'll make it to your bedtime and you'll go to bed at your bedtime. Then you'll feel better Sunday. So you just have to choose, when do I want to do the suffering?
Okay.
The immediate day after?
So basically, force the suffering into the narrowest place possible.
Mm-hmm. You can choose because sometimes people don't want the suffering to be the next day. They want it to be the day after. So you get to choose that. But I tell people, look, don't sleep in more than one day in a row. It's going to mess you up. And generally sleeping in past your bedtime, you're not really getting quality sleep when you sleep in past your bedtime, your wake time. When that's, when it's been a pattern for a long time, when you sleep in past your wake time, you're probably getting some extra stage 2 sleep. You're not getting more deep sleep. That's for sure. That's not happening.
We're recording this on a Tuesday. Sunday, 2 days ago, I was flying back to Austin from LA and the flight got delayed over and over and over and over and over again for reasons that are so asinine, they're not even worth describing. And then we finally got on the plane and taxied, and then the water was leaking out of the coffee machine. So we had to go back to get another plane. I'm not making this up, but I can only tell you how ridiculous this is. The punchline of the story is we didn't get home till 2 a.m, which is long past my bedtime. Mm-hmm. So what would your strategy have been getting home at 2 a.m, prior to Monday, a work day, where you do have some leeway? I don't have to get up at 6, which would be my normal wake up time. Okay. Would you have said, just get up at 6, stick with it, and make it up by going to bed a lot earlier Monday night? Or would you say, sleep until 8, you'll probably feel better than if you woke up at 6? How would you handle that situation?
I'll say, which day is more important for you to feel good on, Monday or Tuesday?
Let's say I said Tuesday because I'm sitting down with you.
Well, then I would say probably try and not to sleep in too much so that you can go to bed at your regular wake time on Monday and not have to, if you sleep in horribly on Monday morning, you're going to stay up later Monday night. And then you'll get up at your wake time today and you will have had shorter sleep for today. It will have rolled all the way over. So
that's actually what I did. So having not thought about this, I just slept in till, I think my wife tried to get me out of bed at 7 and I said, can you let me sleep till 8? So I didn't get up till 8. But last night, you're right, I had a very hard time going to bed. And it was like 11 o'clock and I was still up meandering around.
So you just have to very carefully decide which day do you want to prioritize. And that's how you make that decision.
Yeah. So
you have more control than you think is what's beautiful about that. And I just remind people, like, you can never really make up for lost sleep that easily because sleep architecture really matters. And when you're sleeping in, you're not getting more deep sleep. You're getting some more maybe light sleep. And at worst, that's robbing you of maybe some of the deep sleep you would have gotten the following night because you're on a circadian plan here, right?